Okay, now, didn't realize I had muted myself in the first place. So, we're going basement first. Europeans are defending. Typical lineup coming up from both teams here. Seems like the Americans are preparing for a server push, which would be pretty standard fare on that map. The meta is a bit rigid on bank most of the time, but I think they will make that happen. I'm droning in through main lobby while they're preparing downstairs. And there you go, every single one spawning there. Going through the jewelry tunnel, pushing into server room now. Right there being spotted by the pulse, sitting inside of server, watching through the wall, spotting the Monte falling back. C4 going out. That's wasted utility on the European side there. Will get picked by Dokaibi, missing her shots. And Monty goes down to the bandits playing inside of server stairs. Falling right back up. And that's another kill from the bandit coming out from above the server hatch. There's only two defenders left. Two attackers left. That's Glaz and Thermite both sitting inside of server, but they haven't got any utility left to get through those walls. There are no roamers for the defending team at the moment. They're all downstairs, bunkered down in the side. I don't know if the attackers have that intel though. And there we go, Thermite droning out the skylight, second floor. Sitting a drone on top of server stairs to make sure they're not getting flanked while they're pushing. And there it goes, the wall is opening. But will he find the shots onto the bandits sitting behind that wall there? Only one attacker left standing now. It's the Glaz, still in server room. He's getting concussed by an echo mine and being peeked. First round to the defense. Something you would expect from a basement hold. Still, the attackers funneled 100% of their push into server room, which isn't the best idea if you have the opportunity to open one more hatch. Thermite could have gone around into meeting hall and tried to open one of the hatches above red to just deny angles the defenders could hold onto in the room right there. Even without their banner, you can still open two things with the Thermite, and given that the defenders didn't reinforce the server hatch, they could very well have done the one above the objective or above red, and deny the defenders from peeking into them once the plan was going down. So here we go again. Defense is going for Archives Tellus second. No, they're not. They're going for open area, never mind. Ah, that tool. They're reinforcing the hatches in the hallway and in Stock Trader. I'm thrilled to see which path the attackers will take to attack that spot. They're faking out a spawn peek from the skylight second floor. No, they're not. He's actually going for it. Didn't find any shots though. The Legion for the defense playing above, holding the hatches now by long desk. He might be droned out there in a second. But no, it seems like the drone is going into the other direction now. All three other defenders still holding down side, no one's moving. And there comes the sledge pushing towards skylight now, second floor through the open door Legion used for that spawn peak. And there goes Thermite getting killed by the Legion over by west-south stairs. Rappelling in through a skylight, most of the time not such a great idea because the area is just so open that the sound will travel miles and miles ahead, alerting every defender in the close proximity of his position. Attacking team opening the floor above the objective now. But there are a lot of utility when it comes to opening the hatches, and there will come a peek from the Sophia into the hallway, missing the Legion, being lit up in the process, losing around 50% of her health before Legion's getting fragged by the sledge playing inside CEO. 10 seconds on the clock, poor time management here from the attack. Trying to push in now. Sledge going to the elevators. I believe he has to pick up the diffuser first, but there's no time left. Second round in favor of the defense again. Christ, this is hard. Handling the two at the same time. Fuck's sake. And next, Teller's office, archives, first floor. Seem to be a bit of a disconnect between the Americans right now when it comes to operator selection. They wait a time before they pick their team composition. And they're bringing a Maverick and a Thermite, double heart breaches, if you want to consider Maverick a heart breacher, full stop. I would rather call him a hybrid, maybe, because he can just both serve as a Thatcher or as an Habana, or just to open up sidelines into the side. And there comes the 6th pick off the sledge into a Jackal, which I believe is a very great call, because both times we saw them attack now, they got ripped apart by the defense's roamers. Now let's see how the defense is setting up that side now. So reinforcing the walls into south stairs, not always the best idea if you're playing as an organized team, because you can just leave that open and blow out the bottom of the wall to get an angle from the south stairs into behind the tellers, so you can deny or retake the objective, depending on the situation you're finding yourself in. But I think they can make that work. There goes the impact on the top of the admin office wall, maybe to impact trick any exothermic charges being used up there. And there we go, Glass crawling on top of the exterior parking lot, trying to find any angles on defenders playing recklessly on the second floor or outside the lobby there. There's the Legion playing behind the wall. Glass could land the shots if he knew he was there, but no one is droning him in at the moment. No one is droning second floor for Roamers. Which I personally find puzzling, since, as I said, both times they attacked, it was the Roamers who stopped their push. And they're still not droning them out very efficiently. Maverick going in on his own right now. Playing their inside admin office. He's been lit up by something, I'm not sure about by what, but I believe it could be the vigil through that drone hole right there. There comes the C4, missing just by a small margin. Vigil is still holding the drone hole. At the same time, Mute is now sneaking up on the Maverick, still in admin office. He's gotten the intel from the Vigil that the Maverick has to be still there, because he's just opened all those holes, but Maverick's dead already. Two of the remaining attackers now situated in stock trading room, pushing upstairs with only 50 seconds left on the clock. Glass still has to even enter the building in the first place. He has taken a sweet time. There goes the Legion, peeking again from south stairs. Now Jekyll is being flanked as well from the Vigil from behind. That's pretty hopeless for him right now. Now Glass coming from the elevator side of things. Missing all his shots onto the Legion through the smoke. And the time is out. Round 4. That unlocked the basement objective to hold again. I'm not sure if the attacking team is aware of that rule, because the operator selection doesn't seem like they know they're attacking basement again. Let's see how they handle themselves this time around. The defense chose not to bring an echo this time, which could prove fatal, because last time both yokai drones stopped, one planned and disorientated two attackers. There it comes, the 6th pick Legion into the echo. That's the first time we're not seeing a Legion, I believe. It's on Zane, of course, so he'll be sitting on side, not being such a danger to the attacking team this time around, because he cannot go for flanks or roams. Defense setting up in a very similar manner to the first round this time, not reinforcing the server hatch, but instead opting for the ones in admin office and open area to still deny the angles into the A side and into red corridor. But they are reinforcing the walls over by server, both of them and electrifying with the bandit charges to at least stall the attackers from getting into server room as quickly as they could without those. This time attacking from behind instead. Glass rappelling up to the window while the thermite seems to be going for open area where the Echo is playing. A very risky play. That's a lot of utility at stake for the defending team right now. If the Echo is dying, there's 2 yokai drones gone from the table. Meanwhile, Blackbeard going through garage, just droned himself in. Glass following him on foot, while the two other attackers, Twitch and Thermite, pushing through open area now, meeting no resistance whatsoever. But still, there's a bandit playing inside kitchen there, but that intel has been given. Oh no, it hasn't. It seems like a huge missed drone from Twitch there. That intel had to be had for the attacking team. There was a drone right in front of the bandit, and he still wasn't spotted. Now, Blackbeard and Glass working their way up into garage. Fuck's sake, how do I do that? Just can't zoom on into the defenders down there. Now Pulse aware of their position. We'll relay that intel to his team. C4 coming out, but just missing, just falls way too short of the intended target. Oh, he shouldn't have peeked that. But still, he manages to live through a Blackbeard and a Glass, both having an angle on him at the same time. Now the Echo peeking. Just no shots hit at all. And there you go. 4th round in favor of the defenders. Scoreboard looking grim for the American team at the moment. Granted, they're playing with a high ping of over 100. That might play to them just simply gunfights, but doesn't excuse the pressure and the poor teamwork they're just displaying right here. And the staff room open area we'll go into next, which I find a bit puzzling since both CEO and Talos Archives are considered the better objectives most of the time. On the other hand, with only 4 people left, it's a daring task to reinforce all the walls you have to reinforce when defending CEO. Same is true for defending Talos Archives for that matter. Here it comes, 6th pick off of Glass into the Lion. I mean, they asked for Lion to be permabanned, but I understand the move of picking him now. It's a bit of a dire situation here for the Americans, after all. There's Toxic's drone finding 2 bombs, so at least the objective's position is now known to the attacking team. And he seems to hide his drone for the time being, not wanting to get that thing destroyed just yet. Both hatches above reinforced once more. There goes the Legion for another spawn peek. He might find his shots. Just missing narrowly. Oh no, he didn't miss actually. He just took like 25 HP off the Sophia's health bar there, but couldn't finish the job. Now in a very dangerous position for the attacking team if they're unaware of his position. Thermite unknowingly not even 2 feet away from the Legion there for a second. And it seems like Sophia's drone just found its intended target. There comes the Lion scan. Thermite is making himself ready to jump in now at any moment. And he will win the gunfight. That's just a good start for the attacking team this time. That's one of the rumors for the defenders taken out of the game. But there's still the bandit playing inside of long desk right now. But once again, Rome is being droned out. Intel will be relayed. Drone is destroyed. And no one is acting on the intel right now. And the bandit should be more or less safe for the time being, sitting there outside CEO by the hard wall between the mirrors. Now he's just falling completely back onto the first floor where the objectives are as well, while the attackers are still playing above. Sophia there sneaking around, scaffolding above the main lobby, trying to find the bandit. But he has fallen back all the way into first floor elevators now, trying to hold off any flanks that might come out from the lobby side to the northwest. That's another kill for the attacking team, and that looks like it could be the first round we're seeing here in favor of the defense, but there's Lion being killed by the Valkyrie, Bandit being refragged by Sophia on the south stairs, and now it's a 1v3 for the Valkyrie sitting on side, and she just has 10 seconds to stall. She has to stop the diffuser from going down, but will she make it? Finding her shots, downing one of the remaining attackers, but being pushed on the left, missed the Dokaibi there in the killing holes, and paying for it with her life. First round for the attackers. For the first round. The Americans as well opting for the basement defense first, bring in an alibi and a Legion, which could stall a lot of time from the attackers if they don't know what they're facing against. Sixth pick into Jaeger, just in case the attack tries to smoke plant in server room, which doesn't seem to be the case. Instead, the Jackal, the only source of smokes they could have had, sixth picking into the IQ, I believe, to counter the echo they just saw in the reveal phase coming out from... was it Slutty? Slooty? That's Slooty. Slutty, Slooty. Good thing I'm not a professional, huh? How they are setting up seems to be pretty similar to the way the Europeans defended that side. Just doing the two hatches above red and A side once again, and the server walls. But this time there is no bandit to electrify those walls, and to try and stop one of the attackers from just breaching into there. But it seems like the attacking force isn't even planning on taking server room, since almost... Is that all of them there? That's 3 of the attackers spawning in back alley, droning out meeting hall first. No roaming presence from the attacking team whatsoever. The Buck going for main lobby, trying to open one of the hatches and tell us an elevator, but both of those are reinforced. So he'll find no way into the actual basement right there. Sledge, IQ, Thermite all pushing into meeting hall. The attacking team most likely has absolutely no intel about that, because they have no roamers, no cams. There goes the first hatch, and the second hatch as well. They're opting for a bit of a different push right here, while the Buck is slowly pushing his way up on the south stairs, playing with iron sights on the C8 and being peeked by the Jaeger, landing his shots, and that's Buck going down. There's Legion being very risky at the moment, just pushing back into A side while the hatch is open. And he peeked the hatch, his position given away to the attacking team, but he'll find one on the stairs, pre-fire it, land a shot, so that's the IQ out of game, and with that there goes the option to easily take out the remaining Yokai drones from the Echo. That's the Sledge now, following in the Buck's footsteps, this time with an actual scope attached to his gun. He might still have the information about the Jaeger's position in garage, but no! He misses him and gets punished for it. Well played from the Americans there. Good hold. Even though they had no roamers and no intel, they still managed to hold off the attack quite successfully without losing a single life in the process. We're going for Talos Archives now. A side that I would have expected the Europeans as well to defend as a second choice instead of open area. But I mean, it worked out well for the Europeans the first time around, while they lost the second one. But all around, it has been a defender-favored match so far, which is to be expected on a map like Bank. And the first half was won pretty decisively by the team, but that's not such a great achievement, since you would just expect that from a team starting on defense, and it would be a bad sign if you lost the first half when defending on this map. The Americans opting to reinforce the south wall into the stairs from the A side as well, so it will be hard for them to retake onto A should the attackers be able to take it. And they reinforced all 3 walls into admin office as well, just to make sure there's no Maverick, no Thermite, no Habana, if she hadn't been banned, getting into B that way. Zane on Ash. It's the Maestro playing inside meeting hall, being drowned out by Zane. Intel relay to the team pushing from behind, and now the Maestro has to fall back out of meeting hall, back into elevator hallway, where the Ash might be able to get an angle on him in just a second, but no, she chooses to rappel up outside main lobby instead. Maestro now playing on the second floor. Not sure if the IQ is aware of that. She could spot him through the wall if she used her gadget there. At the moment she seems quite oblivious to what is happening around her. And the Maestro just there sitting just as oblivious as the IQ herself is. Now he seems to have noticed something, pushing into the hallway, seeing the opened hatch, but he isn't going for it. Now another confrontation. South stairs, the Maestro just falling a bit. Oh, that's a bad time to get on your drone, mate. And IQ just missing it. Not using her utility at all. That's just... I mean, come on. Haven't you heard the Maestro getting onto his cams right there? Like, right next to you. Now she's pushing, and she'll find him just sitting there. And kills him. Almost too late, as the Maestro was almost off his cam already. I believe he might have even got up there. And that brings us to match point. Match point team. That was a messy round from the defense there. More specifically from Ranger, I believe it was on Maestro. Just not noticing the IQ right next to him 2 times. First, while he was sitting on long she in the hallway, second floor. Then when she was pushing right in front of his nose, south stairs and the elevators. It seems like the Europeans are just a bit better at winning the gunfights, which, as I said, might be due to the fact that their ping is just lower since we're playing on the Western European servers at the moment. But they are droning and giving intel just way faster and more reliably than the Americans seem to do. Another defense for staff room and open area right now. We've got the Echo and the Maestro once more. So there's tons of intel at the hands of the Americans to utilize here against the attackers. Okay, they set up the side, reinforcing only 2 of the 3 walls in admin office, not reinforcing any of the ones from kitchen into skylight first floor, and all 4 defenders situated inside the objectives now, while the attackers start their push. The Ash rappelling up to the roof, Thermite and Sledge both making their way into stock trading room, which is completely undefended by the Americans. They just forfeited the second floor without any fight, without stalling any time. But they're still Toxic there, running around. But once again he's being drawn out and the intel is being relayed to the attackers. Just very, very efficiently, very, very fast. He will juiced up by the dog. Almost to full health, just missing like 10 HP now. from there, he'll stay on site itself. And there's the fuse. The attack is now applying heavy vertical pressure on the objective, opening one hatch, opening the floor, using their fuse charges on the floor. The fuse now pushing down the south stairs, although I believe he would have 2 more fuse charges at his disposal. Yeah, he does, but he doesn't choose to use them now. That's the ash felled by the shots of the dock coming out from kitchen. And Ranger on his Maestro getting fucked up by the thermite plane above the hatch, just running into his sights. It's a 2-on-3 now, in favor of the defense. A 1v3, while Legion is the only member of the defense still standing inside of staff room, and he'll get peeked by Fuse. He'll take him down, and then we'll get refragged by the thermite, ending the game on a 6-2 for the European team.